Good morning, targeted individuals. Um, you all may know me as John from Victorville. But anyways, I've been watching a few videos online on targeted individuals trying to explain what targeted individuals, what happens to them, and what it's like. Now, some people like I've seen that they just sit there and say, yeah, whatever, and yeah, and which is really not helping our cause at all. It's making us all look crazy. So, can you guys get a little more clarity and make the story more clear, please, when you're trying to explain to people what's going on? Believe me, I'm not perfect, and I'm one that cannot. It's so hard for me to make a video on YouTube or any videos for that matter because I'm not an actor and I just might stumble over my words and can't think straight. But it's not helping our cause if you can't speak when you get on here. So, anyways, I was thinking of an analogy about targeted individuals and things that we can't explain to non-targets because it is spiritual, it's demonic, it's in the flesh, also with the security firms and police and the first responders, which I get a lot of, and I'm sick and freaking tired of it. That planes, the highway patrol planes, and the helicopters, and certain things in the sky at night. The noises like a jet's flying over me all the time. It's just, oh God, it's just disgusting. But yeah, it gets on your nerves. It weighs my nerves bad because my personality is one that, man, if you're gonna fuck with me, then I'm gonna fuck back with you. I mean, what are you gonna do to these people? What can you do? They got endless supply of money, and they just assume shoot you. I think if you even look at them wrong or lock you up in a crazy house. So it's so hard for me to understand that to fight back is not to fight back. It's so hard. It's like goes against everything in me. Everything in me. It's just so hard. But I think that's the best way to get to them. I noticed one day I didn't even look at them. I ignored every single thing like it wasn't there. And I'm telling you, a few days later, it was horrible. It was like they were just so fucking pissed off. And there's another thing that they do is race around the block. They stop in front of the house, rev up their engines, and take off like they're racing. And they're so pissed off that they're driving by doing 100 miles an hour and their loud engines and the exhaust and all this bullshit. You know, which in turn pisses me off when so I see somebody pissed off because of what something I done. That pisses me off because I know I haven't done anything. So it really pisses me off when they do that shit. But anyways, so back to what I was saying. How to explain what a targeted individual feels and goes through. Oh, I hear the helicopter coming right now. This is like really early in the morning too. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning. Let me see if I can catch him out here. Targeted individuals is sort of like that moment when the Twilight Zone, for instance, the doll that's sitting in a chair, and they keep moving. They put the doll away, but every time they walk back into the living room, the doll's back in the chair again, and then it goes ring ring. Or just makes some weird noise that lets the audience know that it's crazy, right? So, anyways, I'm getting a little distracted here because there's certain things happening out here that I have to watch. But yeah, that's how it goes. I mean, like that moment on on that show when the doll's sitting back in the chair after they put it away. It's just a shocker, you know, and that happens to targeted individuals every single day. Um, yeah, it was a very big shocker in the beginning. I mean, still is because and then you try and explain to yourself, I know I put that away, or try and tell other people like, look, this is what you know. You're always trying to explain things to people when then you stop in the middle and say, why am I explaining this? I've proven this shit over and over again. I don't need to prove it anymore. You know, and still they don't believe you. Even after you prove it to them, certain things, you know, that's provable. that they can see, they still don't believe you. So what's the fucking point, man? That's what I say. What's the point? Unless you have somebody that's really, really close to you and really loves you, which I don't have, and most targeted individuals don't have. Even people's mothers, kids, and shit like that don't believe them. So I mean, how? You know, matter of fact, I put myself in other people's shoes before. I would not believe any of this shit if somebody told me. So I don't feel too bad when they don't believe me. I guess it's kind of lonely, but it's the way it is. Um, I can tell you one thing I've noticed though: if you're getting harassed when you're driving, which I do a lot, they cut me off, trying to run me off the road, this, that, the other. Man, it's just fucking. Sometimes it gets pretty hectic. As soon as I pull out my phone and start recording, it stops. Also, with the first responders, I don't know if any. Here's one thing I'm gonna tell you guys about. It's supernatural. I don't know how, but it kind of is. Maybe it's not. I don't know. First responders will be going up and down the road with their sirens blaring, and I mean, as soon as I pull out my phone, I'll be inside my trailer. As soon as I pull out my phone and hit the record button, the shit just fades out and stops. How is that fucking possible? I mean, happens like 8 times out of 10. It's not possible, right? It's not possible, but it happens. Maybe they have a camera, but sometimes it doesn't even matter if I'm in my trailer or where I'm at. As soon as I pull up my phone and hit the camera button, and then I go to hit the record button, it just fades out, man, or stops completely. And you know damn well, I know damn well it wouldn't have stopped if I hadn't pulled out my phone, to record it. So I mean, because it happens every day, 30 or 40 times a day to me. So these people in these fucking ambulances, they just sit at the corner sometimes, it feels like, and just fucking sit there with their fucking sirens going, I swear. And they, like, aim that fucking noise right towards my trailer, so it's a fucking annoying. Anyways, hey, if there's any targeted individuals in preferably, a woman that's single and not really for a sexual relationship, but just, I prefer to be friends with women, but in the Victorville area, and you'd like to have a friend or whatever, someone to hang out with, whatever. I got a car, and we can hang out. Just take your minds. I need to get my mind off this shit, and maybe something like that. A new friendship would definitely bring some joy to my life. That's for sure. Anyways, peace. Take care. Stay safe.